Happy Valentine's Day. I'm Kendrick, and I have got a very romantic dinner for two that I am cooking. I've already gotten started. And it's easy. You and your sweetie can cook this together, and I can't wait to show it to you.
And I'm Kathleen Hall. I'm the mother of the Mindful Living Network, or AKA CEO. And I'm really, really excited. I love Valentine's Day. It's the #1 holiday of mine in the world to show love. And 44 years ago, no, that's not true, 46 years ago, can you believe this? I met my husband, and we went out on Valentine's Day for our first date.
I love it.
And we've been in love ever since. So I really, not just that because I believe in Valentine's Day, I think that we need to focus on love and wait till the smells in this kitchen and this beautiful accoutrements we have here. I can't wait for Kendrick to get going and teach us what we're going to do today.
And here we go. Also, I want to make note, this amazing pot, saucepan, was given to Kathleen by her mother-in-law about 40 years ago.
I forgot that. She gave it to me 44 years ago.
Cooking for love.
And also remember, people gave, in the South, we gave each other iron skillets.
That's right.
So I have 2 iron skillets that were given to me by my mother-in-law for my wedding gift 44 years ago. And as you can tell, you don't even need to use oil on them, do you?
It's perfect. Well, what I've done is I've gotten started. I've been cooking this red Thai chili paste in olive oil, and I want it to release its flavors. So we've been talking a little bit before, and I've been stirring it. What chili paste looks like is this. I have 2 tablespoons of chili paste. I've got 2 tablespoons of grapeseed oil, and now I'm ready to start building the sauce. One thing with Asian cooking, you have garlic, you've got some heat, but you also have sweet because you've got opposing flavors. So in my sauce, I'm going to build them up. Coconut milk, fish sauce, which is sort of misunderstood, but it's very important to have in any Asian dish. And I've got brown sugar to sweeten it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the brown sugar and get it to, I'm going to mix it because I don't want it to clump into, so I'm going to get it mixed in.
What does fish sauce do?
It just gives a savory, it's very salty. You don't want to smell it because it smells terrible.
Okay.
But when you add it, it's just a great accoutrement to any Vietnamese, Thai, pretty much any Asian dish. And so I'm going to go ahead and add that fish sauce now. And I'm going to put it in.
And I'm not used to cooking with
coconut milk.
Do they cook with a lot of Thai foods?
A lot of coconut milk. Coconut milk's wonderful because it's non-dairy, but it gives a sweetness. So it's something about it. It just, American cooking and French and Spanish use milk, which has just got more of a creaminess, whereas Asian cooking uses the sweetness of coconut milk. So now I'm building my sauce, and I'm going to let that cook for a moment. And separately, I'm going to build what we call a slurry. And it's when you take a little bit of your vegetable broth or chicken broth and you put a little bit, about a tablespoon to a quarter of a cup of, we'll grab this, of cornstarch. And unlike roux, this is different. You just mix it in cold, and look, it mixes and there are no clumps in it. Whereas the roux, you have to mix.
And a lot of people don't know about cornstarch anymore. Cornstarch is a thickening agent that, again, I'm sure your grandmother and mother, it was part of every household, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
You had cornstarch because you thickened gravy, you thickened all kinds of things for it.
I'm going to turn this up a bit and bring this up. So this is going to now come to a sort of a simmer, and I'm going to go ahead while that's happening and put in my beautiful red peppers, julienne, very thin. And I did snow peas, but you could also do snap peas. I'm going to put this in because these need to soften up a bit. I actually pre-cook the snap peas, because they need a little extra cooking. But all this is raw, and you let this cook for about let's say 5 minutes, and then after it cooks, you go ahead and add your cooked shrimp. And I like to, again, you can buy cooked already, but I like to take 5 minutes and just melt a little butter and put the shrimp in a hot pan. And then use some nice spices like ginger.
Don't you think it kind of puts it, instead of shrimp can have just a bland taste?
Yes.
Doesn't that just kind of...
Absolutely. It really makes a difference.
Deepen the flavor.
So all I do is put this in, and then I'll finish it off with a little squeeze of lime, and I'll also top it with some basil as well. Now let me show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Kathleen and I are going to have some. Isn't that amazing? You see the sauce is very thick, and you can see the green and the vegetables and the red.
So now, are you using the basil in the recipe, or
I'm using it more as a garnish. As a garnish. And of course, you might want to have some in a bowl so that you can add some as you're eating. But it's just wonderful.
Does Thai food have a lot of basil in it?
There's Thai basil, which I love. Thai basil is a little different. You can use regular basil, but yeah, I love Thai basil. It's just got a little earthiness to it. Huh. It's not quite as spearminty as American basil. So, or I'd say French basil.
And
so let's have a little
lime.
And the lime will finish it off.
Oh, you actually use this?
I do. I'm going to use a little bit because this is what I already have prepared. So just going to squeeze a little lime. And we're going to add, I've already got a little basil. We're going to add a little more. And again,
it's so beautiful too.
Let's have a little bite.
And then what would you serve with this?
I would put it on rice. I would put it on rice. And then for wine, I would pair it. You could do a Prosecco. It's nice and clean. You could also do a Gewürztraminer or an Alsace because it's got a little sweetness to it for the spiciness of the dish. But also, I think you could do a Pinot Grigio, Pinot Gris, or Sauvignon Blanc. But I would, stay away from the red wines. I would stay away from even Chard because Chardonnay's got a little too much cream in it.
And also with the red wine, would it just kind of kill that?
Yeah, it's just too much. The tannin and too much fruit forward and things like that. So I just think you're better off with this. You want a flavor that's going to really bring out the flavors, not fight them. You like it? It's pretty good, isn't it? And it makes you look really professional. And then, look how easy that is. Anybody can do it.
I mean, it looks like a fancy restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes like, this is unreal. Mm-hmm. And it was that simple.
Mm-hmm. That simple. So you can do this. You can impress your sweetie. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kendrick. We're cooking for love on Valentines. And my sweet friend over here eating. She's busy eating, Kathleen.
And I teach mindfulness, so you are not allowed to talk with food in your mouth.
That's all right.
I'm Kathleen Hall. Thanks for joining us, and happy Valentine's Day. We love you. Bye-bye.
Share the love. Bye.